Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. Hope you guys are all well. I do want to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Pisces out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and just leave the rest for someone else. Remember, the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in, but please don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Pisces? Pisces. All right, well, your energy is flying out. You're starting out with the Nine of Wands. You have the Ten of Swords in the reverse, and coming out together, you have the King of Swords reversed along with the Hierophant in the reverse. All right, so I can see that you are recovering here, Pisces, from a heartbreak or a very painful ending, perhaps even a sense of betrayal. There's still a lot of problems that you're going through, that you're experiencing with this healing. You could be trying to heal a connection or just healing yourself. But I do see that there's still considerable problems that are here that you're aware of. And I feel like they're exhausting you as well. With the Hierophant in reverse and the King of Swords reverse, it could be that you're not discussing this ending that's happened. There's something here about needing to open up and have an honest discussion about why something ended, or, you know, because I'm feeling like you feel that somebody has been dishonest with you and that's why things ended. That's where we see the betrayal. That's where we see the painful ending. And I feel like, you know, you're still carrying these burdens somehow. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Pisces energy, please. Yeah, there's things here that need an open discussion, that it's not being talked about, because I feel like that would help to alleviate some of the problems. And I do see that you want to resolve the problems. So the person in your energy, we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Cups reversed, the Six of Wands coming out along with the Page of Swords reversed. So I'm seeing a little bit of similar energy. I do see the ending here. This was an ending in a love relationship. And I do see that this person is also feeling drained. You're feeling, you know, a lot of burdens. You're feeling exhausted. This person's feeling extremely drained emotionally. They want success with you, but they don't know how to go about getting that. I do feel like this person's not currently investing the way that they want to, because I see that they want the success, but it's like they don't know how to go about getting that. And again, I'm seeing that lack of talk, that lack of honest communication. This person in your energy doesn't want to discuss it. You don't want to discuss it. And yet that's still an issue here. Let me see. So this must be somebody from your past. Let me see the energy between Pisces and this person. I'm almost getting this energy, Pisces, of both parties wanting to just kind of sweep what occurred under the rug, but knowing at the same time that that's not going to resolve anything. The Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy is here. Queen of Wands is a very passionate energy. It's an energy of taking action. So there's action that's occurring between the two of you. There's passion that's here between the two of you, but there are things that are not being addressed. Show me what's affecting this connection. Incidentally, you're in a glow-up area of your life. You're looking good, even though I'm seeing you're tired. You could even be physically tired, but I am seeing that, you know, you're looking good. You're in a very charismatic energy. You're very drawn to this person. They are also very drawn to you. Two of Cups, and this is why. They are a soulmate. Yeah, the two of you are soulmates, and you want to get on the same cup. There's a lot of love here that's between the two of you, but there's a history, there's a past that led to a very painful ending, and it's not being addressed. Let me see, show me the outcome for Pisces. The Seven of Swords. Yeah, I don't even necessarily see that this is dishonesty between you and this person. It could be, but it seems more like both of you are demonstrating like you're not being completely honest with yourself about what has happened here in the past. So there's things that have to be discussed. We're going to examine that. Yeah, we'll clarify this Seven of Swords, but just off the cuff, you know, and I will go ahead and clarify, but off the cuff, this looks like you're not being honest with yourselves. It's like you're kind of trying to sweep something under the rug that is going to crop up later. And so there's clarity and communication that needs to take place. There's a discussion that needs to take place in order to bring the balance here. Bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. That is underlying energy. You might be dealing with another Pisces like yourself, or a Scorpio or a Cancer sign. But as an underlying energy, it does tell me once again that there is a lot of love in this situation. It looks like on both sides as well. And I do feel like there's passion here as well. So you're dealing with a soulmate. You're being very, very much drawn to them both physically and emotionally, but you can't sidestep anything that has happened here in the past, particularly if it was a betrayal. All right, so let's clarify your reading, Pisces. We have the Nine of Wands. Why is that here, Spirit? Why is the Nine of Wands here? The Tower, the Magician, and the Fool. You had a Tower moment with this person. There were a lot of problems in this connection. It led to a Tower moment, and that was with this painful ending. It wasn't about whether you love this person. It wasn't about whether you were physically attracted. It was about, you know, possibly not being honest with yourself, not being honest with each other, not really addressing the issues that slowly began to wear this relationship down. You manifested this new beginning with this person. You do feel it's a little risky, but you're highly attracted to them, and I feel like you've manifested them. Let me see the Ten of Swords in reverse. Now this is repairing something after this very difficult breakup. Seven of Wands reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed. You may have had new people in your energy, or you may still have new people in your energy, but you're not accepting them. I do feel like there are people who are trying to say, Pisces, this isn't the right thing for you to do. You shouldn't go towards this person. You're not listening to them. And I'm not saying they're right either, but you don't feel they're right. And I do feel like you want to overcome any conflict that has happened here. You do want to work out the problems, but there's still, I'm seeing things that are not being discussed, and it's going to lead to a sense of powerlessness if it's not discussed. Let me see this bottom energy. I do see that the two of you are getting on the same page. I do see a repair. I do see a new beginning that's trying to come in or has come in. So there's a lot of positives here. Let me see this bottom energy for Pisces, please. Knight of Swords reversed. Ten of Wands reversed. That's good. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this was a huge loss for you. I do see that you could have been dealing with somebody who wasn't being faithful or wasn't being honest in the connection. There has been a lot of this worked out, which is positive. But again, it's that same message. There are things that either you're not being honest with yourself or you're not being honest with this person that led to the breakdown in this connection. Those problems are still there. Even though you have resolved a lot of problems, there's still things that you have to get honest with both yourself and this person in order that these things don't crop up again. So let me look at their energy. Show me the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Show me the Seven of Pentacles reversed for the person in Pisces energy. All right, so we have the Eight of Wands reversed. They don't want to talk about it either. And the Four of Wands. Now, this person does want a commitment with you. This is a card of marriage or up-leveling the connection. And remember, they have as much of that passionate energy and that energy of emotions and love as you do. So you definitely have something here to build on. However, this person is not communicating. There's a blockage here, and that blockage has to do with the lack of communication and possibly a lack of investment from this person. There could also be financial issues this person is experiencing that could be blocking this from moving into a higher level, but they definitely do want that. They definitely do. Let me see the Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah, this person I'm getting an issue with finances or money somehow for them. And they could be blocking this connection because of that. So be aware of that. Why is the Ace of Cups in reverse for the person in Pisces energy? Two of Cups reversed. There's that ending. Eight of Cups and the King of Cups reversed. Okay, so you have underlying is the King of Cups in the upright. So I do feel that this person in your energy, they're holding back their feelings and emotions. One of you walked away from this connection and ended the connection, and it left this, I don't know if it was you or them. It may have been them, but regardless, you weren't accepting anything from them at this time when this ending happened. And why? It was because you felt betrayed by this person. Now, we see a lot of reversal that's taking place. This King of Cups goes into the upright. The Two of Cups goes into the upright. So there's a repair of this connection that's taking place. I do see that the person in your energy never lost their feelings for you, even during this ending. They are feeling emotionally drained, though. Yeah, they felt extremely emotionally drained. I feel like you're in the process of reconnecting with this person, because what's currently affecting you right now, Pisces, is that this Two of Cups is going into the upright. So let me look at the bottom energy. This person they loved you even when this ended. Even if they walked away or you walked away, they still were in love with you, but they were not expressing it. You could be dealing with a Gemini. Aquarius is also here. Thank you, Spirit. The Star card, the Queen of Cups. They're very focused on you. They may be blaming you, because what it's looking like is they're saying here, Pisces, that this ended because you walked away. Two of Swords, and we have the Hangman in reverse. So there's healing that's taking place. This person does want this connection to level up. They do want this to be successful. They've already made up their mind that you are the one that they want. I do feel that this person waited quite a long time for this to come about. They're beginning to express their feelings and emotions. They are looking at you in a very positive light as well. In fact, they see you as a star, which is very, I don't know if you're in the public eye or they just feel like you are very healing, very comforting to them. They've already decided that they want this connection to work, which I think is very positive. So I'm seeing a lot of positives here. With the Hangman in reverse, the wait is over. They are realizing that there are certain things that if this connection is going to heal, that it has to be discussed. It has to be talked about. So that's positive as well. Let me see the energy between Pisces and this person. Clarify this Queen of Wands. Oh, you feel like they're a soulmate as well. You both do. I love this. Ace of Pentacles, beautiful. If there are financial problems, it looks like that is resolving. We also have the Lovers here. So yeah, you both feel that this is a soulmate connection. There's such a strong connection here. Unusually strong, in fact. I do see that there has been, or will be in the very near future, a new beginning here. And it is going to be very stable. It is extremely stable. And I feel like you are choosing this person. They want to be with you. Let me see this Two of Cups. I feel like this has already happened for some of you, but others, you're moving into this now. Show me the Two of Cups. Show me the Two of Cups for Pisces and this person. Show me what's affecting this connection. All right, Three of Cups reversed and the Page of Cups. Okay, so yeah, I feel like in the past, when you were very deeply hurt, you either were not talking with this person or you weren't accepting anything that they had to say. Now, you may feel this person owes you an apology, but regardless, you're expressing feelings and emotions, and that is actually going to be what gets the two of you on the same page. The person in your energy, I could tell you right now that they're not seeing anyone else. They're not dating. They're almost in this little bit of reclusive energy. They're highly focused on you, in fact. The problem is like I said, they are emotionally drained and they're a little bit unhappy here. And I do feel like they may be blaming you for walking away from the connection. And if that is the case, you may be apologizing to them if that actually is what happened. Take that as it resonates. It's not for everybody. But I do see you expressing your feelings and emotions to this person. I do see them kind of being initially a little bit shut down, not really trusting that, but then opening up. So you expressing these feelings to them is what's going to help them to open up. Let me see the Seven of Swords. Show me the outcome. I'm not seeing anything that tells me that there is like deceptive behavior between the two of you, other than there's things that are not being talked about or discussed. And I want you to understand that if that is not addressed, what the cards are telling me is it's going to lead to arguments somewhere down the road. Show me the outcome for Pisces and this person. Page of Wands reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. The Two of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so in your outcome, if you're not going to be honest with this person and honest with yourself, and if they're not going to do the same with you, it is going to destroy this relationship. There has been an ending here. It will leave each of you drained because you cannot just sweep the problems from the past under the rug. It has to be addressed. I see that you're still not discussing it. In particular, you're not discussing the loss that you felt. You're not discussing, something to do with dishonesty or dishonest communication. Could also be anger. You could be harboring some angry feelings about what happened in the past. These are all problems that need to be resolved. It's like they need to be resolved because that's what led to this ending, but you don't want to open it up and discuss it and talk about it. There could also be something to do with somebody that, a mother that could be on your side, Pisces, that you feel has been very harsh with you. There could also be something to do with a baby mama, or a child. So all of these things need to be discussed. On their side, they've already decided that they do want to bring balance to the situation. They're definitely looking at things in a very different way. And you're both kind of going back and forth about how to bring balance to the situation, how to open up and be honest with each other. They do want this. They want this to work out. They have made up their mind that is what they want. They have you on a pedestal. So I do feel like you are safe to open up with this person. And I feel like, they have to also feel that they're safe. And I can tell you right now that a lot of times they don't feel like they're safe to open up with you. And this is why they go back and forth about whether or not they should. So just make sure that this is a safe space for both of you. But it is looking really, really good. It does look like you're dealing with either a divine partner, a soulmate of some kind, possibly even a twin flame. And I do feel that you're on the right track, but there's an indication here that if you're not honest with each other, it's going to cost you later. So I do see balance coming in. If you're wanting to level this up, I do feel like it's going to happen, but that dishonesty is going to cost you down the road, and it could cost you this relationship. It could also just leave you feeling extremely drained. So bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse, which is very good energy as well. That's underlying energy, and it's freeing yourself from anxiety. It's freeing yourself from a situation that you felt trapped and stuck and overthinking, and just it's like you're overthinking the whole situation. So just make sure that you're creating a safe space for this person, and that you also are creating a safe space for yourself, so that these things can be addressed and worked out, because there's so many positives here, Pisces. I think it's actually a beautiful reading. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card. I am pulling from the Heal Yourself. They're reading cards, basically oracles. Pulling for Pisces. All right. So Pisces, you have number 29. Now that's a God number. It condenses to 11, so that's a God number. It says, discover your life purpose. So let's read that. Give me just a second. Start asking yourself, what is the meaning of your life? As a soul who is having a physical experience, you are here to grow and learn. You're being asked to immerse yourself in this life by expanding, stretching, and understanding your reasons for being here. Nothing is impossible for a soul who is following her or his destiny. Your guides, angels, and higher self are constantly communicating with you through signs, feelings, books, people, etc. Tarot readers, follow your hunches. You're being given important guidance, which may show up via a strong feeling to travel somewhere, to speak to someone, attend a seminar, write, paint, etc. No matter how far-fetched your inner guidance is, you need to listen. Your soul's purpose includes a combination of experiences that your mind doesn't understand, but that your soul needs to process, to learn, and grow. Some of these experiences will be enjoyable and heightened. Others will be challenging and cause you to struggle. But through them, you will know yourself. Give yourself permission to focus on what really makes your heart sing, and put your intensity of emotion into attracting what you desire. And you know what? I know a lot of Pisces. I actually have a lot of Pisces in my environment. And I have to say, you guys are really good at manifesting. So, make sure you're manifesting what you want. Don't put things under the carpet. They have to be dealt with. But it's the combination of the good experiences and working through the bad experiences, if you want to call them bad. I'd rather call them challenging. That's really going to bring you to where you want to be. All right, I hope this has been helpful. If you've resonated with this, Pisces, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype this video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Pisces, know that you are loved, and namaste.